saw this link to these mitre cases on Amazon, and I thought this would be pretty cool, as, you know, more casing for storing in-ear monitors and that kind of stuff would be pretty handy. A company actually contacted me and said, would you like to review one of these cases? And I thought, yeah, sure. Now, to give you some background, I have, you know, a couple of these quite expensive Japanese Van Nuys cases, which I use for storing in-ear monitors. And just to give you an idea, and you'll see why I'm showing you this, they have like a, you know, adjustable Velcro dividers, and you can arrange them as you like. You can fit players in there, you can fit in-ear monitors, and I've got mostly cables in here at the moment. And yeah, they're really, really handy, but they're expensive. You know, they're over $100 a case, or it depends. You know, I usually bought them at the Tokyo shows where they discount them. And so to have something that's like that, which is kind of cheaper, is very cool. So let's have a look inside it. Now, it's made of this kind of this Italian like fake leather stuff. So it's this more, you could say, leather-like. It's kind of like very thick, stiff leather. And, you know, it's got a reasonable degree of flex in there, and it's, you know, it's quite solid. So, you know, maybe it sounds prestigious seeing that it's Italian, but still, you know, it's quite a thick box of this stuff. And the first thing you open, of course, you open it and you get this inner lid. And I'm thinking, like, why will I have two lids? And then when I actually looked at it, you know, if I hold it up to the camera, you can actually see it slightly thicker on the bottom than the top. It's actually padded. And why is this useful? So let's say I'm getting stuff out of my case, which you'll see in a sec, and I'm on a hard table, and I'm on a hard table, and I need somewhere to put stuff, which is, I don't want to scratch it, then I've got an extra thing I can use to put stuff on. Now, the only thing I wish is that if I actually had this case, what I would do is I'd probably put a couple of Velcro dots on the back and have it, you know, like open automatically on here, and then if I wanted to use it, pull it off. That's the kind of only thing I'd really, really wish that, you know, it had. But other than that, it was a bit of a puzzle at first, but it kind of makes sense. I mean, you don't have to you don't have to use it. It just means you have quite a deep gap in there. So it's actually reasonably tall. You know, it's about what, four something centimeters tall. Dimensions are are available online anyway. Now I've got it set up in one of the possible options, and with a ISDSD Diablo and a Cayenne N6 Mark II and a couple of pairs of in-ear monitors. Now the cases come with two IEM kind of little clip things. So that just, you know, you basically, you know, clips to holding some IEMs, which is pretty handy as well. Because I guess this is the kind of thing that people might use. Like a friend of mine used to go to Starbucks or whatever, and he'd have a coffee and bring his computer and listen to music. Perfect for someone like him. Now, this is not the normal configuration you'll see, and I'm going in reverse of the kind of configurations you'd use. It's not totally the most ideal for things like the IDSD Diablo, but you know, it does the job. It has a couple of long dividers, which usually go vertically, and they're covered with felt and some Velcro, and this is all felt inside. So you kind of similar setup to the Van Nuys. You normally stick them in that way, and then it comes with 3 short dividers, thus. And the normal way you set it up, and this is just one way of how you can set it up, and the most ideal way, and you probably notice already that there's something else in there, which is the kind of the key thing, is, we get all my in-ear monitors out. Now you can of course change the width like the Van Nuys ones to be ideal. What you do is you get the long dividers, and I'll just go and find the place. I'll just put the short dividers in here to give me the indication. You put the long dividers in somewhere about the middle, and I want this. I'm just putting these at the horizontal mark. That's why I wanted one there. And you'd set it up something like this, roughly, and then you put your player in the middle, and say I've got some accessories. You know, like I've got your adapter cables and bits. I've got one of those FiO cables on FiO cables on here, and I've got an EO2 module that can probably sit in there somewhere. Maybe I want to squish that up so it doesn't float around. And you know, I've got a couple of pairs of in-ear monitors. Pretty cool. Now, the cool thing is when you arrive at your supposed destination, you want to listen to music. Well, you have to use a top-loading DAP for this, but if you pull the DAP out, there's a magnetic support here. So if you lift that up, it arches into a little bit of a pyramid. Then you place your player on there, plug your earphones in, and listen to music. So there you go. That's your setup. So if I tilt that up, hopefully I'm not knocking over the DAP. That's the kind of front view you get. is going to be something like that. You're going to see that's the angle you're going to see. So about the perfect angle for me, like I'm looking straight at the screen now. So what I'm seeing is about there. And then you can listen to music, and then when you're done, you just flip the thing back down and power off and take it away. You know, just adjust it so it sits snugly. That's pretty cool. So that's the kind of mitre case. There's not much to it, more to it than that. I mean, it's most ideal for a regular regular player. So an N6 Mark II, you can work out the dimensions of that is about perfect. It's about the size of most players, which tend to be a little bit taller, maybe a little bit wider, and when you've got the volume knob sticking out there. And then you can, or if you've got a very wide DAP, you can always just angle this and slide the dividers over as necessary. So yeah, that's the mitre case. And well, really thanks for sending that over. I think that's going to be very handy for my taking this around the house or whatever and listening to music when I'm evaluating DAPs and evaluating, say, this R01 module. As always, if you do have any questions or want buying advice, please become a supporter. Help me out and I'll happily help you out. Thanks to everyone, as always, who's been supporting my channel. For more information about that, do check out the Patreon link on screen or in the description. Also, if you do click on the Amazon link and you buy one of these, and if you don't return it, I should add, then I might get a little bit of a benefit from that. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you online.